200% profit on quick selling items. That's what I've seen this week, which is fantastic. My name's James Smith and I run channel JR74, which is a channel with a YouTube, which you're watching at the moment, and the channel also talks about my eBay store of the same name. Currently, it's predominantly a reselling eBay store, but maybe I could get some newer products in the 12 months to come, but there'll always be a reselling element to it. Please like, comment, subscribe as much as you like, and really this video as well is in, on and gone video number 31. Welcome. As I said, like, comment, subscribe to your heart's content. But let's get into the meat of this now, shall we? What products sold at over 200%? Okay, really good week this week. Really good. 10 things as well. Whoa. Those of you who are regularly watching my videos will know that I list currently roughly about 25 to 30 things a week, and I'm always trying to hit those 10 at selling within the 7 days, promoted at 2%. Okay, so in, on and gone. All right, I talk about what's coming in, I talk about what's on, and I talk about what's gone from the store. So we're going to start with the gone. Let's see now what products sold at over 200%. Super. So regular viewers will know that I want this video to be educational. I want to relay to you what products I am finding are selling very well. And all in all, there's 5 of the 10 that I'm going to talk about now that have got me over 200% markup. Okay, and the first 2 were of the same thing. Okay, they are dress trousers, men's formal dress trousers, the black trousers that go with like a tuxedo jacket. If you think we are well into the Christmas party season, we are well into the season where people are also thinking about the New Year's Eve do that they're going to go to, whether you're going to a New Year's Eve do or not. But these trousers, the trousers that go with the tuxedo, the sort of trousers I'm talking about are black and with the black stripe down the side of the trousers as well. I listed them as tuxedo formal trousers, but it worked. It worked. I had 2 other pairs on recently as well, and they sold very quickly. These ones were put on and they went within a couple of days. Okay, they were also wool blend trousers, all right, which was even better, because wool blend trousers, I think the idea behind that is that if you wash them they don't shrink, but at the same time they still have the properties and the feel of wool. Okay, so as I said, 2 of the trousers, both were sourced for £3. Okay, both were the same size. I think they were a 38, 31. Okay, so a 38 waist, 31 leg, so a good size as well. One of them, £14.60 was the price paid for them. That gave me £11 back after fees. Take 3 off that, profit of £8, 266% markup. Lovely. And the other one, okay, was again the same size. These must have come from the same person. £15.60 this time was offered, okay, which I accepted. Okay, that gave me £12.35 back. Take off the 3, £9.35, which is 311%. Okay, so yeah, this is a seasonal thing, all right, but really throughout the year, if you see a pair, pick them up. All right, I keep saying that my idea is the 12-month cycle. Okay, that's the idea that I have in my head when I pick stuff up, because I do have the storage facility that is sort of big enough for it. Okay, there's about 230 products on my store at the moment. I reckon this can store about 500 before I'm going to have to start looking at extra storage, or before I'm going to have to like seriously start to look at what I can do. I might be able to get 750 out of it, but don't tell Mrs. S. Shh. Okay. All right. Let's go on to the next one. Next one was a nice one. It was a Hugo Boss striped shirt, and it was a slim fit shirt as well. Just your normal basic Hugo Boss shirt, but it was in good condition, and I picked that one up for £3.75. Got an offer in of £15.60. Okay, so that's after fees and postage. That's £12.35 back. Remember at the moment that eBay have wiped their fees up until the 31st of December for any clothing that is resold. So I noticed last month that there was a little bit extra in the pot because of that. Okay, so £12.35 back, so that's £8.60 profit, which gives me 229%. So yeah, again, this one's a little bit hit and miss. Again, I think it's depending on the time of year for this, but I put Hugo Boss shirts on before that are sourced for the same sort of price, and they haven't really gone for this much. This could have been a bit of luck, right place, right time, I don't know, but you would certainly, if you pick up a Hugo Boss shirt for £3.75 like I did, I think you would be looking at 100% plus on this. Okay, so that's another good thing to look out for. Another good brand to look out for is, I think they're German. They sound German, okay? But Meyer, M-E-Y-E-R, Meyer trousers. They resell really, really well. Okay, so that's brand name, decent brand name, tick. Okay, I picked up these trousers for a £5, so that's a good price, tick. They were also a dark red, and coloured trousers seem to be selling very, very well at the moment. I'm talking about the reds, I'm talking about sort of like the sky blues, the pastel colours. These trousers sell very, very well. I've got a pair of Reese that's going to be going on this week, which are like pink, but yeah, they sell fantastically well. But these Myers were picked up for a £5, and the offer that I took on them, including postage, was £20.60. Okay, so after postage taken off and fees, that gave me £17.35. Okay, £12.35 profit, which is 247%. Lovely. Okay, really, really pleased with that. All right, yeah, just an extremely strong brand. I think I'm going to do a video about branding and the influence of branding, because there's just some brands that just fly. Meyer, Under Armour, Canterbury. I'm going to go on to Canterbury next. But these are brands that are really, really strong, or what I'm finding are very, very strong from the things that I'm selling. So nice pair of Meyer trousers gone there. Okay, next up is a pair of Canterbury lined tracky bottoms. I've had another pair of these. I had a pair in small. They sold quickly. These ones were extra large, and these sold very, very quickly as well. I think the good thing about these is that you can zip all the way up the leg, so you can easily get into them if you've got a pair of boots on or something like that. They're warm, they're comfortable. I've got a pair. They're lovely, all right, to just sit about in if you're watching a bit of telly or something like that. They're toast. They're absolute toasty warm. So yeah, these went really, really quickly. All right, and again, I sourced them for a £5. All right, £5 is sort of like my ideal price to source a pair of trousers for. If they're above a £5, I'll begin to do a bit of research then. But from below a £5, if you've got the brand knowledge and you look at them and they're in good nick, it's worth doing. It is worth doing. £21.60 was the offer that I accepted on this. Okay, so that gave me £18.35 back, so £13.35 profit, which is 267%. All right, so again, that was my fifth product of the 200% plus products that I had on the reselling this week within 7 days. And yeah, okay, yeah, it is the run up to Christmas. This is the time when I'm expecting sales to come in. We are deep into Q4 now, so yeah, I'm really, really chuffed with this. Really chuffed. Okay, the next one, we're now away from the 200 percenters, but the rest of the 10, okay, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 are still coming in with some good profits. This one was a fat face Nordic style jumper. Had a bit of wool in it as well. So yeah, it was a very, very strong jumper, and these jumpers sell very, very quickly. The style of the jumper is popular, and the brand Fat Face is a brand that people do associate with quality as well. So this one went very, very quickly. In fact, it was sold. The person that got it tried it on, too big. Okay, so they sent it back, and I refunded, and then I put it on again, and it still sold within the 7 days. So it was out and back and out within the 7 days. So I know that this was a very, very strong product. Okay, but I got it for £6, okay, and sold it for £13.60. All right, that gave me £10 3 pence back after fees and everything. Profit of £4 and 3 pence, and that is 67% profit. Okay, so above. I mean, as I said, really ideally for each and every product, I'm aiming for between 50 and 100 in terms of percentage markup. So yeah, this one falls deeply into that category. So pleased with that. Next one, always one that brings a smile to my face, these sales, because they're kids' shoes. Okay, and I do mention quite a lot in the videos that I do enjoy selling the kids' shoes, because I know how much money you've got to spend on clothing kids. Okay, but I think these ones sold, number one, for the time of year. It is a buying period definitely at the moment, and number two, the condition that they were in. Okay, they were in really, really good condition, and number three, my photographs showed that condition. All right, whenever I photograph a pair of shoes, I always put one of these inside it to sort of like stretch the shoe out a little bit and show each and every part of the shoe. Okay, it is a good thing to do. It does present the shoe very, very well. So these were a pair of Adidas Run Falcon 3 running shoes. They're a pair of girls like trainer running shoes. I think that they were a size 2. All right, so yeah, for kids' feet that are growing. I paid £5, took an offer of £13.60. Gave me $7.99 back after fees, because shoes don't fall into the no eBay fee category. Okay, which gave me a profit of £2.99, which is a markup of 60%. So again, we're within the 50 to 100 bracket. So, you know, I can't really complain about that. Okay, I'm pleased with it. All right, and yeah, so these are a nice pair of trainers going out to somebody, and I'm really, really hoping that they get a lot of use. I mean, you know, you could also say that you give them to your kids if they do look after them. You know, it's sort of like I did look after my stuff. I didn't really trash anything, and if there were a pair of trainers that I'd grown out of, they weren't like absolutely trolleyed. Okay, but some kids, you give them something and they just absolutely trolley them, and I don't really, I think it's, I know you don't walk around with plastic bags on your feet, I know that, but I think it's like the way that some kids run maybe is slightly different, the way their foot hits the ground, I don't know. Okay, but if you have got some of your kids trainers that are still in good condition, believe me, it is worth putting them onto eBay and seeing if you can get anything for them. I'm pretty sure you will. Okay, so 3 more left, and these ones got me a profit of over 100%. Okay, so maybe I could have called the video 7 things at 100% plus, but I went for the 200% plus. Okay, because over 50% of them were 200% plus. So I'm hoping that that gave me the right to use the 200 instead of the 100. Anyway, brassiere. All right, nice pair of brassiere walking trousers, and I've spoken about these pair of trousers in previous videos as well, because one of the people that I watch is a guy called Chaddy Pete. He goes around charity shops as well, like picking up stuff, and he left a pair of brassiers on the shelf because he just goes for the premium brands. Okay, he goes for the big markups. Well, okay, that's all well and good, but as I've said, I go for the big markups, obviously, and also the middle markups as well. And in terms of like you're going out and walking, brands like Bracia, brands like Craghoppers, they sell, okay, if you can pick them up for a decent price. And the type of trousers that these were the ones that had the zip halfway down the leg so they could turn into shorts as well. So they're not just trousers, they're shorts too. All right, these were a nice pair of Bracia zip off trousers. I picked them up for £3.50 and I took the offer of £13.59p, all right, which gave me £10.34 back. All right, that would give me a profit of £6.84, which is 195% markup. Wicked. Okay, pleased with that. All right, so Bracia, another brand to look out for if you can source at the right price. Marks and Spencer's again. I am going to do a review video for this year, and one of the things I'm going to include in this video is just how powerful the Marks and Spencer brand actually is when you are reselling, which has surprised me. I didn't think it would be when I first started doing this, but it is. I would initially have said that it's more of like the premium range of Marks and Spencer's, like the sartorial, the autograph, those sort of products that would sell, but also they're sort of like their run-of-mill bread and butter sort of ranges, just like the regular trousers. If you can pick them up for a decent price, they do go, and you can make something on them. It's all, everything that I do is all about generating eyes towards my store for people to have a look at it. Okay, the profits aren't on things that I sell aren't like into hundreds, 200s, 300s, even though this week they are, but I keep saying that I go for about 50 to 100% I'm happy with. But these were a pair of Marks and Spencer's Donegal wool blend trousers, and I picked them up for £4. Took an offer of £12.60, okay, which gave me £9.35 back after fees. Take the £4 off that, you got £5.35, 134%. So yeah, it's these were sort of like a pair of wool, decent wool, work sort of like office trousers, and as long as they're in decent condition. I mean, the thing is, nobody really wants to spend a load of money kitting themselves out to go to the office. Okay, they just want stuff that they look pretty good in, but at the same, they feel comfortable in, but at the same time, they're not breaking the bank to actually get this stuff. I fall into that category massively. Okay, so Marks and Spencer's, good brand. And the last one, the 10th one. This was a nice sale. It was a Panasonic SCART lead. It didn't have an HDMI on it, but the Panasonic DVD player with a remote control. Whenever I source DVD players, because DVD players sell, and they sell very, very well, whenever I source them, I always try and source them with the remote control. If they haven't got the remote, they've got to be a Blu-ray, or they've got to have the HDD box in it, be able to record. Or also, I did sell one recently that was like a rewriter for the DVDs as well. That they sell too. So if you can pick those up without the remotes are usually about £10. So if you factor that into your decision, if you're picking up anything like this, then you know that's a good piece of advice. But this one was sold. I picked it up for a £5. The numbers on this, £18.60 was taken on it, £10.37 after. Can you see there's a little bit more that's been taken off there? So the postage was a little bit more because it was a bit bigger, and also there was fees on this. So after the £10.37, £5 taken off that, £5.37, 107% profit. All right, and this one I had a message like asking if it had been dispatched, and so I sent back a screenshot showing that it had been dispatched. Person was saying, yeah, okay, great, you know, I'll just sit and wait for it, and it came the next day. I got another message, thank you very much, fantastic, much better than what I expected, which always makes you feel good. But they also said it was for my 91-year-old mother, whose DVD player is just packed up. So this, and you can just picture it, can't you? Like an older person, they've got the telly with just the SCART in, because it's about 20 years old, but it still works absolutely fine, and they've got the DVDs that they like watching. Her old one packed up, so they wanted another one for it, just a quick cheap one. So this fitted that category almost perfectly. So just because DVD players don't have an HDMI, as long as they've got the SCART, and as long as they've got a remote control, they'll sell. All right, so that one was a nice little story. I felt good about that one. I feel good about them all. So then, numbers wise, for these 10 sales, as I said, really strong week this week. Really pleased about it. Everything that I've just mentioned cost me £43.25p. Actually, that's just, I keep looking down, don't I? I'm like a nodding dog, because I'm just looking at my figures. Maybe I need to put a little board just by the side of my camera there, just so I can just look across. All right. Anyway, what I got back on this was £119.48, and that gave me a profit of £76.23, which overall was 188% profit. So yeah, the strong week has come in. Now, I think I am going to of course I'm going to relax over Christmas. And do I shut the shop? I might just keep it running and just take any offers, but just not put anything on. You know, give myself a bit of a break from doing that. But what I find over the Christmas period is, obviously over Christmas it dies down a little bit, and then in the period after Christmas it does pick up. Okay, because I think then you've got people who've got money for Christmas and, you know, going on and buying things. Okay, and it picks up till about mid-January, and then it begins to tail off until people get paid at the end of January. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting over the next few weeks. Okay, so that's the gone section. The on section, easy. Look below, there's a link to my shop. Okay, but what about what's coming in? Let's have a look at Smithy slightly in the future, because it's Sunday morning now. Okay, so Sunday afternoon I'll be doing what's coming into the shop. But yeah, we'll just jump forward a couple of hours, shall we? Yeah, hello. So it is a few hours later. Yeah, normally I'll do that first bit a little bit earlier, so I don't do everything on the Sunday. But you know, on these days where it gets dark within about 2 seconds, you know, it's just a nice easy Sunday. So, you know, just giving myself something to do, make a few videos, just catch up with everything. It's quite a nice bit of pottering. Okay, you just can't beat a bit of pottering. You do need pottering days. Right, first thing that's coming into the shop, I'm well chuffed with this, and I did pay £8 for it. Okay, £8, but it is a lovely Real Madrid training top. Oh, look at that. Now, if it's white, you do have to check it for stains. There ain't no stains on this. It is a lovely training top from Real Madrid. Now, on the label, Adidas are pretty good, because they date everything on their labels, and that one says 02/11, so that is February 2011. Now, this is a size 42 to 44. You can see it all on there. Well, you probably can't, it'll be too small for you to see, but I can assure you it says 42 to 44 on there, and that is a double XL, 2XL. This is a Climacool. Yeah, it's a Climacool jumper. Okay, there's the Climacool there. And on the sleeve as well, it's got the RM, and you've even got the thumb hole in the cuff. Okay, so that the cuffs can come a little bit further over. It's a lovely piece, and again, football stuff sells. Okay, as long as you source it at the right price. Yeah, okay, so I have paid £8 for this, but I reckon I will make money on it. All right, that will probably be put on for between 15 and 20, maybe a little bit more. I'm going to have to really check to see what the sales are, but I shouldn't think it'll be more than 25. Expecting, yeah, round about 100% on this, but yeah, really nice Real Madrid training top there. Okay, football stuff sells no matter what team it is, but this one I think is going to get a few eyes on it. Next up, these have got quite a lot going for them. I mentioned them before. They're a pair of Reis, R-E-I-S-S, there we go. Okay, chinos, and they are a 34-inch chino. There we go, and the leg length on them is about 31-inch. Yeah, nice pair. So they've got the brand name going for them because Reese stuff does sell, and also, as I mentioned before, these different coloured trousers. When I say different coloured, what I mean is they're not black, they're not grey, they're not brown, and they're not blue jeans. Okay, they're your normal coloured trousers, aren't they? The ones away from that, like trousers like this, especially in the pastel type colours, are becoming quite popular. These are lovely. They've got no stains on them, no rips, no tears, in absolutely cracking condition. So a good brand, a good colour, pretty good size as well. These should go. All right. I paid £7.50 for them. Probably put them on for about 12 to 15. So I'm not going to get 100% on these, but hopefully these will bring eyes to the store, and that's what I want. Now, this next brand, I don't really sell a lot of this brand. I have sold some of it, okay, and it's usually done quite well. But I normally come across a lot of it, and normally I leave it. And to be honest with you, I don't really know why. I just have a premonition that it's just going to hang around on the store for quite a long time. So I suppose I've been looking for opportunities to have a go with this brand. And the brand is Super Dry. I've got a really nice pair of red trousers here, okay, and these only cost me £1.50. Okay, great find. But you can see there, it's the military Super Dry chino, large. Now, you know, come on, Super Dry, you got to actually say what the waist size is. I think the large is either a 34 or a 36. I'm going to have to put that on. I've got a feeling it is a 34, but I cannot be sure on that. Okay, pretty much just generally just hang on. I'm a 36. It's either a 32 or a 34. It's not a 36, and the leg length is a regular leg length. But these are a really nice pair of trousers. When I've sold Super Dry in the past, it's been like their premium range. Again, looking at the premium stuff from popular ranges, that normally works. It normally does get the sales. So it's nice to be able to try this, considering that I did find them for such a decent price, and the fact that they are, again, these coloured chinos that seem to be selling quite well. So there we go, a nice pair of Super Dry trousers, okay, and they'll be going on. I'll probably put them on for between 10 and 12. All right, and you know, for sourcing them for £1.50, I am expecting 100% on these. So yeah, quite a good find, that one. Next, a medium Umbro track top. Look at that. That is classic Umbro bit on the sleeve there. I wish it was from the 70s, but it's not. Okay, this is like one of the retro remakes. Medium black, just pretty much what it says on the tin, really, isn't it? A top like this, just a nice black track top. I sourced this for a £5. I was umming and ahhing. Now, I've got another Umbro, sort of like Umbro Pro Training. I've got a track top there, and I was expecting that to go, and it hasn't. So I was a bit that's why I was a bit and ah about getting this, but I will put it on. and I will have a look to see how it performs in terms of how many watches it gets, etc, etc. I've started to do, you might have seen them, I've started to do YouTube shorts, especially about the trainers that I've got. I'm going to continue doing that, and I might do a short with the Umbro Pro Training track top as well, and see if that generates any sort of interest. There has been a few sales from those shorts that I'm doing, so they are worth it. And maybe this, if it's still around in about a month's time, maybe I'll do a short for this as well. It does generate interest in a product and works quite well. I had a phone call earlier. It was the 1990s wanting their jumper back. Oh, look at this. A lovely Diodora top, jumper, sweatshirt, call it whatever you like. This is a Diodora large. Now, I think this is a genuine. I don't think this is a remake, okay, but look at that lovely Diodora down the sleeve there. I will admit, before I got this, I did have a look on eBay to see how much jumpers like this go for, sort of like the retro style jumper. And yeah, I was quite pleased with what I saw. We're talking 15 to 20 quid. And considering that this was only a £5, I did think to myself, yeah, we'll give it a go. It purely is me taking a punt here. You've got to take, if you want to grow your business, you've got to take yourself out of your comfort zones and try new niches to see whether there's any that bang you've got. And this is an example of that. You know, I reckon I will make a profit on it. I reckon it will sell for more than a £5, but as to when and how much more than a £5, who knows? Okay, and that's why you've got to put it out there. I'll probably put it on for between, I mean, the ones on eBay were sort of like 15 to 20, so I will set it at the lower end of that bracket, 15. Okay, so there's a little bit of markup there, so this could be 100% jumper. It could be. We'll have a look. All right, but I'm gonna look at the watches very closely on this and look at the amount of views that the product actually has. That is an excellent way of, if you put something on and just see how it performs. Okay, so you can even get yourself data from how well you think it's doing, even if it hasn't sold. So if it's getting an absolute load of watches and a load of views, but it's not selling, then you know then that you've just got to make an adjustment on the price or send out some offers. Okay, but yeah, not a brand I haven't tried before, Diodora, hoping it does well. Next up, it's an electrical product, and it's this. It's an August DVB 400, and this is like a set-top recording box, and it also turns your TV digital. So really, it's a Freeview box. It's also got a SCART and HDMI slot on the back. The way these work is that this is the digital tuner, okay, and you can get a program guide on it. And can you see there is a slot for a USB. There's a USB slot. So what you do is you can put a memory stick into this slot, and that's what you record onto. Okay, so you can have whatever size memory stick fits into that slot. So these work, and it comes with the remote. Okay, this cost me a £5, and I've seen them on eBay for about 25 to 30 pounds. So again, we'll go lower end of that, we'll go 25 on this. But yeah, anybody that's got like a dongle stick flying around or holding around who just wants a sort of like a set-top box, I mean, these things are great for like caravans, for kids' rooms, okay, for, you know, I suppose even for the living room, this would work. It would turn a TV into a Freeview TV, and you can record onto it. So this certainly, when I've sold stuff like this in the past, it's gone quite quickly. So yeah, high hopes for this one as well. Nice. Sold some of these before in brown. These are them in black, in nice condition. Okay, all right, not worn. You know, we've still got shoes will always be worn there if they have been worn. But so the thing to look at really is the heel, and this heel is in good condition. These are Grenson true moccasins, handmade on a bench. Okay, really, really nice pair of shoes. This is the other one. Okay, both in really, really nice condition. These are a size, okay, size 9. All right, and I paid £5.50 for these. Now, as I said, I sold a pair in brown. They took about, it must have been about 3 to 6 months to shift. I can't really see any reason why these should be any different. So I do expect these to be on the shop for a little bit longer, but they're a nice pair. And I suppose, are black gonna sell quicker than brown? I think so. I do think so. Especially if you've got somebody looking for a pair of like formal occasion shoes or something like that when they haven't got any. This, I mean, to me, yeah, in my job I've got to dress in like the shirt and tie and trousers and shoes attire, but there's plenty of people who don't really have to wear that sort of attire for their job, so are on the lookout if there is a formal event coming up, such as like a wedding or a do, or, you know, I hate to say it, a funeral, and they need something to wear. Then that's when things like this can come in, because they want something that looks particularly good, but again, don't really want to spend a whole load of money on it. Okay, so we'll see if these ones go within the 6-month time period that I'm hoping that they go in. Next up, keep your eye out for these cycling shoes, and cycling shoes of a good brand. These are Shimano's RO75s, as you can see just there, and they're also SPD SLs. Now, these clip into the pedal. Okay, I've been cycling myself, and the shoes that I've got, I have mastered the sort of like the heel flick to actually get the shoe out of the pedal if you need to get it out in time. I would see, if you are thinking of cycling using a pair of these shoes, I would seriously suggest that you practice removing your foot from the pedal first, so that you've got it sorted, just in case you come to a time where you need to do it quickly. Otherwise you will be on a heap on the floor. Okay, however, here we go. Now, on the bottom there, the shoe itself is in really good condition, okay, but the clip, the bit that clips into the pedal, that is a little bit decked. It's a little bit knackered. I was considering whether to leave it on, take it off. I'm gonna leave them on, okay, because basically if anybody buys this and they've got their own set of clips, then they can just take these off and just put them on. And it also shows the type of clip that the shoe is designed for, because there are different types. So yeah, all right, and it's Velcro as well. Okay, there are some where you've got like you got to put it in, and then there's a thing you've got to ratchet up, and yeah, they can be quite difficult to get off sometimes. So there's one. Okay, there's the other one. All right, I picked this up, or I picked these up for a £5, and even sort of like the base brand new ones of these, like say just a generic pair in Halfords, okay, the Halfords own brand, will set you back about 40 quid. So these do have a little bit of markup potential there. All right, so I'll be putting these on for about 15, and yeah, I reckon it won't be far from there what I actually get for them. Okay, here, listen to me, I'm just assuming that I'm going to sell. Okay, come on, I'm getting complacent. Don't be complacent. All right, if they don't sell at 15, I will drop the price, all right, until they do sell, and I'll also be open to offers too. Okay, let's stop the complacency, Smithy. All right, a little bit of a telling off to myself there, can't have that. All right, but these are a nice pair of Shimano cycling shoes, and I've sold cycling shoes in the past, and they usually go not really quickly, but quite quickly. I'm expecting these to go again within the 6 months. Next up, Adidas T. Okay, quite a nice one actually. All right, I like the ones with the trefoil logo on. I prefer these ones to the pyramid. Okay, I do. And as well, you can see that there's like a monogram that goes through the t-shirt as well. So yeah, all right, nice tee. Orange, okay, with the white stripes on there. All right, really, really nice. Typical Adidas t-shirt, but with just a little bit of zhuzh in it. Okay, it's not just a solid orange t-shirt. There's like the neckline is a little bit different. You've got it on the cuffs there as well, and you've got the monogram going through it, so it does have that little bit of difference to it. I paid £5 for it, and I'll probably put it on for 8 to 10 on this. All right, so again, not quite expecting 100% on it, but it is something that will bring eyes to the store. So one of the two is what you need or what you want. So yeah, nice t-shirt there. All right, we'll see how it does. And last but by no means least for this week, a nice pair of Nike Flex running shoes. Okay, Nike 2019 RN Flex. These are nice. Okay, doesn't have to be used for running, can also be used as just like with a pair of jeans or whatever, okay, on their own, but they're in like a grey and white sort of colour, as you can see. Size wise, these are a size 6, so I will be listing these as a women's trainer. But nice, okay, nice. You know, just because it's listed as a running shoe, I think Nike are trying to move away, as other products are as well. In the past, say 10 years ago, there were two types of running shoe. There was either a neutral running shoe or a stability running shoe, and many companies are now saying that as long as you have one that flexes, okay, and can move with your foot, it doesn't really matter whether it is stability or neutral. It's how you move and designing the trainer to move with your foot. So there's some people, not all people, but there's some people who quite like that aspect of it. Okay, so you've got that, and there's its partner. Okay, so there's two of them as well. I will be doing a short on these as well. Nice. So there you have it. All right, there you have it. That's everything that's in for this week. You know, as I said, I think this week is going to be the last, and it has been a busy week. It's going to be probably the last busy week. It might go into next week as well, in the sort of like the run up to Christmas. But yeah, next week could be busy. They say, I don't really know. I'm in two minds about whether it's going to be busy or not, but I certainly think the week after that things will cool down a little bit. Okay, look out for the videos that I'm going to do. I'm going to do a review of the year, and eBay have made some, or have announced some changes recently to how you list products, the information that you've actually got to put on, but they haven't really enforced the changes that strongly. So I'm going to be doing a video on that as to how I'm going to deal with that. Okay, so up until then, it's been a pleasure. All right, nice talking to you. Okay, check out the subscription, check out any other videos that I've put on, but for the time being, this is Smithy out. Thank you for listening. All right, bye-bye.